Let me get that. Wait a moment.
Huzzah! What a team we make, Arisen!
I grant you fire's blade. Use it well. One of us has been poisoned. Prepare yourself. I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Did anyone else see that? Aught catches the light.
We ought to take a closer look. Is that a statue I espy over yonder? We ought to take a closer look.
Come to think of it, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
farmers!
Poison is a nasty affliction. Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
I hope you weren't expecting first.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few. I will protect you.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
Me! How did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
One of us has been poisoned. I grant you roaring flame. It is done. Splendid.
First things first, we must speak with Captain Brand.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Well worth the effort of breaking it. We seem to have arrived without issue, but are we safe here? There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
The person we seek isn't here. Perhaps we'd best come back later?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later.
Lots of people pass by here. I can't help but feel I've wasted my time here.
Gladdens the heart to see so many smiles about.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak?
Well met, sir. Might learn a new dish. Keep things interesting.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
'Tis done! I knew we'd manage somehow.
Indeed, you've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in taverns.
Well said.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Over here!
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds, but as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Right. Just follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain, yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Could you come over here?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry,